Welcome back. We're going to do a soup this time. This time we're doing Vietnam. We're doing pho. And we're going to make a layout about a special person in our life. And we're going to use cinnamon colored cardstock as the base, have some stars, and perhaps an inked element for a secondary entry. So what am I doing? Let's talk about it. I'm also combining this with the Stretch-A-Sketch, which you'll see up here. The Stretch-A-Sketch, I'm going to rotate again, and I'm going to shrink it down so that it is probably about an 8 by 8, maybe a 10 by 10 inside of a 12 by 12 layout. And I am doing some pictures of my best friend from college and I. Now, she is not on the inset, so I'm covering up her face. I'm using Simple Stories Cider and Donut, and here is my cinnamon base paper, and I have some film strips from 49th and Market, which are fun. I have some old Magical Forest letters, and I have some stars from Vicki Boutin. So let's get started. I'll put you guys on fast forward and we'll see what we make. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I think you're going to really like this layout. It is super easy and it's one of those that came together for me super fast. First of all, the fact that I was able to use cider donut made it very easy because it had all the right colors. Now I found this cinnamon paper in my stash and this cream cardstock in my stash. It's more of a tan than a cream. And I decided I wanted to have a little bit of the tan between that cider donut colors, floral paper and the cinnamon paper. So I cut the cream paper or the tan paper to 10 and an 8, whereas the other paper is just 10 inches. So that should help a little bit with you understanding like why there's a little bit of a difference there. Okay, so I'm adding the ribbon to make the line that they have down the middle of the sketch. And I use a lot of ribbon because I find that it's easy to use. Not everybody enjoys using ribbon. Now I wanted to add some background, just some background color or kind of grunge up a little bit this tan paper. So I have this Tim Holtz set that's kind of an engineering set that I've used off and on. I just use that to put a little bit of dimension on the tan paper. That does count as one of my inked elements. It's super faint. I think when you see the close-up later, you're going to see it a little bit more. But the other thing I'm doing for my inked element is I'm going to do a scallop border around the whole thing. Now this takes quite a lot of time. You're going to see the top of my head a few times, trying to line up the scallop. Of course, the scallop is not, the first stamp is never the best, but scallop is also not exactly the right length, so I'm having to overlap it. But when you look at the final product, it's obviously there. Now, if you wanted something more obvious, you could have done black, you could have done a permanent ink color, or you could have even done some embossing. For me, this subtle kind of scallop worked perfectly. It's exactly what I wanted, and I am happy with the final product. But if you want more inking or more specific stuff, you should do something that works for you. And I'm putting the two pictures down, and I'm going to put them down kind of overlapping, kind of fits what they had in the photo. And I know in the sketch, they had the ribbon or the middle piece going over everything, but I didn't. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is make sure I get my stars on here. So I've got these, I think they're old Discover and Create. I'm not 100% sure. I have these stars from Vicki Boutin, and I just wanted to get them on the page. I also wanted to get some of these film strips on the page, but I'm just going to struggle to find the brown one. I finally find it. I'm going to move it a couple times, but these are super fun. And if you got them from 49th Market, or if you have a die that can make them, super fun, easy. They add a lot of kind of texture to your layout because they also add shine because they are shiny. And it's just an easy way to kind of bring the colors of one side of the layout to the other side. Now, the majority of my embellishing is going to be from this die cut. I love a good die cut pack. I think that it's super interesting to just use what they give you in the collection kit. So I am going to pull these out, and right away I'm going to say, in the set they have that circular element, and I want to mimic that. I'm going to pull out some things, some floral pieces, some leaves, a scarf. Originally I had boots. This time I put scarf. A cute little squirrel because it made me happy. So very blessed. And that is the majority of my embellishment. You don't have to go overboard, and you don't have to use every single thing they give you. I think that's another thing that we forget. I also could have added a whole lot of other things, but this is what I stuck with. I'm going to open up the sticker book in a second and add a few final touches to this, a few more leaves, a few more, a heart, maybe some other circles to go with that happy fall, y'all. And that's the base layout. So I have enjoyed making these. I've enjoyed the stretch a sketch. It's going to be a little different this year, and I think I said this the last time, because I am not doing a 6x8 weekly album this year like I did in years past. So I don't have as easy of a way to do the stretch a sketch. So you're going to see more things like I've been doing, where I'm rotating the sketch, where I'm still using it on a 12x12. Hopefully I will do a few double page layouts as well. So please continue to come back and watch, and I hope you have fun playing along with Ginger and with the Stretch a Sketch series. And now I'm going to talk to you live about the final layout. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. It was super fun, mainly cider and donut. Flipped the sketch, shrunk it down a little bit, put it on a mat. Only used 2 photos, but I still have the circular element here. Instead of a title along the edge, I have Happy Fall Y'all, which is really my title. I have the clusters and the ribbon down the middle. And for my inking, I inked around the edges, and I put a little bit of distressing ink on that one piece of paper. I've got my cinnamon background, and I really love how this one turned out. Another super easy and fun layout. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll join along with Stretch a Sketch and with Ginger's Eat Around the World. So thanks, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.